Tuesday's deaths were all in Hubei, but new infections are being confirmed across China and overseas. The death toll from the coronavirus outbreak in China rose to 490 as of Tuesday, after Hubei, the province where the virus is thought to have originated, reported 65 people had died from the flu-like infection. China's National Health Commission said on Wednesday the number of confirmed infections in the country rose to 24,324 after an additional 3,887 people were diagnosed with the virus. Other countries have rushed to evacuate their citizens from Hubei and its capital city, Wuhan, while many have also imposed extraordinary travel restrictions on travelers to and from China. Countries outside China continue to report more cases, with Hong Kong and the Philippines reporting a single death from the disease. The head of the World Health Organization (WHO) has called for greater solidarity among the international community, and criticized governments for being well behind in sharing data on virus cases. He said he had received complete case report forms for only 38% of the cases outside China. Here are the latest updates. Wednesday, February 5, Philippines confirms third case of coronavirus infection. The Philippines announced on Wednesday that a third person has been tested positive of coronavirus. The Department of Health said the person is a 60-year-old female from China. One of the 3 Chinese nationals with the infection in the Philippines died on Saturday, becoming the first fatality outside of mainland China. There are currently 133 persons with suspected case of the infection, including 115 who have been hospitalized and are under isolation. Wuhan carries out city-wide sterilization campaign. Wuhan, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak, has started a city-wide sterilization campaign in an effort to curb the spread of the infection. A video posted on social media by the state-owned Global Times showed a truck spraying mists in one city block, and a motorized rickshaw making rounds and shooting thick white fumes in the air at a residential area in the city. Hong Kong, 30 crew members on cruise ship showing symptoms including fever. The Hong Kong Health Department has announced that 30 members of a cruise ship, carrying 1,800 people, are showing some symptoms including fever. The ship docked in Hong Kong earlier on Wednesday, after it was refused entry in Taiwan. Officials said none of the passengers in the ship came in contact with 3 mainland Chinese with coronavirus, who were on board the ship from January 19 to 24. Vietnam says virus will hurt economy. Vietnam's gross domestic product in the first quarter of this year will likely slow by 1% from a year earlier as a result of the coronavirus and the week-long Lunar New Year holiday, the government said on Wednesday. Vietnam's aviation, tourism, agriculture industries and exports are all expected to be harmed by the epidemic, it said in a statement. If the Chinese economy slowed significantly, it would continue to impact Vietnam, the statement said. China is Vietnam's largest trading partner. Japan prepares ferry to be used as quarantine ship. Japan's military prepared a chartered ferry on Wednesday to use as a quarantine ship that could house hundreds of suspected coronavirus cases. The Hakuo was docked at the Yokosuka Naval Base near Tokyo. Around 300 people could comfortably live on the ship, and it has a maximum capacity for 500, although that would mean queues for the baths and other facilities, a Japan Self-Defense Force official told Reuters. Japan has not yet forcibly quarantined people who may carry the coronavirus, including Japanese returning on evacuation flights from Wuhan. People quarantined on the Hakuo will be confined to quarters for around 10 days and provided with a tablet computer and Wi-Fi to help them pass the time, the Japanese defense official said. Each will be provided with toiletries and other necessities during their stay, with meals brought to their rooms, he added. Japan to send 4th chartered flight to Wuhan on Thursday. Japan's Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi said on Wednesday that Japan would send a 4th chartered flight to Wuhan to bring back about 200 people. The passengers could include Japanese nationals as well as their Chinese spouses, Motegi told reporters. The flight is expected to take place on Thursday. Tokyo Olympics CEO, I'm seriously worried over China virus. Tokyo Olympics organizers on Wednesday said they were increasingly concerned about the disruption the coronavirus is causing ahead of the Games, which open in just under 6 months. Chief Executive Officer Toshiro Muto sounded a grave note speaking at a meeting with officials of the International Paralympic Committee. "I am seriously worried that the spread of the infectious disease could throw cold water on the momentum toward the Games," Muto said, speaking in Japanese. "I hope that it will be stamped out as soon as possible." Saburo Kawabuchi, the mayor of the athletes' village where 11,000 Olympians will stay, also betrayed his concerns. "I truly hope that the infectious disease will die down somehow so that we will be able to operate the Paralympics and Olympics smoothly," he said. "In the worst case, we will do our utmost for the athletes so that they will be able to concentrate on performing their best." New Zealand evacuation flight on way to Auckland from Wuhan. A flight carrying New Zealanders, Australians and citizens of smaller Pacific countries from Wuhan is expected to arrive in Auckland later on Wednesday, authorities said. The Air New Zealand government chartered flight is expected to arrive in Auckland, New Zealand's largest city, around 6:30 p.m. local time, 5:30 Greenwich Mean Time. New Zealand's foreign ministry said 193 passengers boarded the plane in Wuhan, including 100 New Zealand citizens and permanent residents, 23 Australian citizens and 70 foreign nationals, mostly from the Pacific Islands. UK plans second and final evacuation flight for citizens. Britain's Foreign Office said late on Tuesday that it would charter another civilian aircraft to evacuate British nationals and their dependents from Wuhan on Sunday. It will be their last chance to leave. The Foreign Office is chartering a second and final UK flight with space to help all British nationals and their dependents remaining in Hubei to leave, Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said in a statement. Britain had earlier advised its citizens to leave China if they were able to minimize their risk of exposure to the virus. At least 10 on quarantined cruise ship confirmed with virus. At least 10 people on a cruise ship quarantined in Yokohama have tested positive for the coronavirus, Japan's health minister said on Wednesday. The Diamond Princess, with 3,700 people on board, was quarantined after a passenger who got off the liner in Hong Kong was diagnosed with the virus. The number of infected could rise as screening continues. U.S. may stage additional evacuation flights in China's virus hit Wuhan. The Department of State said it may operate additional evacuation flights for U.S. citizens in Wuhan on Thursday. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and please click on the bell so you'll be updated on my next video. Thank you. WeCare for UPH. Your health comes first.